Welcome, disciples of the bad dude philosophy. It's time to get serious here. So I watched this video about the ultimate YouTube dilemma. To show your face or not to show your face. The video I watched is called Why Some Content Creators Are Afraid to Show Their Faces. And it's from a channel called LFA. Link in the description. This channel's speaker generally has some good points on men's issues. Although I don't agree with them all. He seems like a real bro. You know, the kind of bro that you would like to have a couple of beers with. However, this guy is a bit too aggressive in his delivery, I think. I'd prefer him if he were slightly cooler because he has a good message. And it's a shame to discourage audiences who might judge him too harshly at first. Anyway, in the video, he proceeded to elaborate on how creators who don't show their face are in fact afraid. And that they're fake because they live double lives, too scared to reveal their content and opinions in real life. And that's a damn good argument. He's right. It got me thinking, do I not show my face because I'm afraid and because I'm fake? I never thought about it being a thing other than a privacy consideration and perhaps an Orwellian paranoia which, costs in viewership, and I'm aware of that. And I know that audiences on YouTube, with good reason, believe that not showing your face is not ideal, because it's like hiding, and it's much easier for audiences to engage and relate to a face. So it's a good idea to show your face if you want a following. So this guy, LFA, has a point, and I was thinking about it for a few days, and then I decided, as a way of proving something to myself, to finally reveal my face on YouTube. So, for the first time, here it is, my face. Just kidding, guys, I'm not going to show my face. It's too ugly for family audiences. I realized that the reason I don't reveal much about me is maintaining control of the frame. You can call it not being brave enough, but so is wearing your seatbelt. Allow me to illustrate. I used to work for a hypothetical company which provided quote-unquote services to people who may or may not have been prime targets for certain terrorist organizations. In my contract, they demanded that I commit to not having any public picture of my face online, which could lead to my identification on any social media platform or blog or anything. Why, you might ask? Because certain terrorist organizations, hypothetically, were actually quite technologically advanced and they could run face recognition software to actually find us should they happen to correlate our faces with in-field footage. And I don't need to sketch to you what would be at risk if something like that happened. So here's a real scenario of why not revealing your face online is perhaps a good idea for some. Bad people might find ways to hurt you one day, ways you never thought possible at the time of sharing info about you. Also, you know that a face can unlock a smartphone, right? So anything can be a possibility. Just leaving it at that. If you ask me, many people who actually reveal their faces online can also be fake because they have to adapt their beliefs and expressions of their real life to the whims of a social platform's ever-changing terms and conditions, or their followers' demands. So there you have a counter-argument based on the same logic so eloquently presented by LFA. Here's another argument for not divulging your face online. One of the 48 laws of power, the contemporary classic by Robert Greene, is concealing your intentions and putting up smoke screens. So I ask you, isn't it Machiavellian to be a little fake with your audiences in order to maintain your power and not relinquish it to those who might be a bit creative in their endeavors to hurt you? Would your true audiences want you to be at risk? Not really. What power do you have if you show all your cards? Sure, you gain lots of engagement and relatedness with audiences if you show your face, but you just give too much info about you. And that's empowering your enemies. Enemies you might not even know you have. I'm not really selling anything here, so I don't need audiences who like my face. Just audiences who like my ideas alone, separate from me. Sure, it goes against marketing and branding, but I believe in the message, not the messenger, in contrary to what most people believe. Why would I then divulge any info about me to anyone online? Is this a prudent course of action in this day and age where knowledge is power? Why would I supply my enemies with more info about me, therefore more power over me? Do you see all these actors and celebrities cowering to the whims of the agenda-driven masses and their faux outrage bullshit? Do you see how hard it is to separate their message from their personal life and the lives of their family? They are then the ones forced to be fake in their real life. So how does that work, LFA? Sure, you can argue semantics, and instead of saying being careful, you say being cowardly. There's people out there who think that not wearing a helmet on a street bike is bold. I used to be that guy. Just stupid and lucky I didn't get a nomination for a Darwin Award. But boldness and stupidity sometimes seem to be the same, since they have seemingly the same result, but they don't come from the same place. To sum up, I don't reveal my face online since I'm not selling myself as a celebrity or a brand name, because I'm not selling anything here. There really is no reason for me to do that when it will offer me nothing and it may potentially offer opportunities for enemies. Cost-benefit ratio, not really favorable. I think in many cases it's careless to show your face because it's wise not to reveal all your cards. Call it cowardice. Call it whatever helps you sleep at night. It doesn't necessarily make someone bolder. Maybe people who reveal their faces have little to lose, or they're too naive to think about what I just mentioned here. Or they don't mind being celebrities with fake scripted behavior throughout their whole lives. I'm not saying that's the case with LFA. I think the guy is bold and he has a good message. And I think it's best for him to reveal his face because his channel seems to have a long-term business plan. But it's not for all, man. It doesn't apply to all. Okay, so the key takeaway of this video. 1. The less info you reveal about yourself, the less ammo you give to people who might want to hurt you in any creative way that you might not even imagine. 2. It's more marketable and trustworthy to show your face, but you need to consider the cost-benefit ratio. 3. You can separate the message from the messenger. So that's it for today. Here's a suggestion. Check out some of my other content. Thank you for listening. You're awesome.